Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the rumor that Elon Musk is pondering buying Hasbro, and
Look
people
what
are
you did.
freaking out. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I was somewhat involved in this whole thing here. It was a conversation between Grums and Musk on Twitter, and I got name checked in it because we've been covering kind of the decline of Hasbro for a while. And then somebody said, hey, you should buy Hasbro. And he's like, hey, how much is it? And he makes that joke, and he's made that joke before with Twitter.
I don't think he's serious.
In this case, I don't think he is, but who knows, right? Who knows? Because he also has said that he wants to build a video game studio. And Hasbro, has Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering and a whole bunch of stuff. And they want to basically be a video game company. So who the hell knows? So what we're going to talk about the reactions to that.
Oh my God. If they're melting down over X, what are they going to do if he gets Hasbro?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, honestly, the only thing I could see him being, well, a couple things I could see him being interested in. One, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, because he had harsh words about the treatment of the Gygax legacy.
Yes, same.
Which we've been covering that for years. And two, Optimus Prime, because his AI his
yes,
robot,
it's Optimus.
It's called Optimus. Like shit, then he'd own the Optimus name completely, and probably Optimus Prime turns into a Cybertruck with flames.
No.
Going forward
don't
forever.
Do that.
So don't do that. But I don't know if he's serious or not. I have no idea. He's been making this joke a lot lately because I don't think people realized he was serious about buying Twitter. But he did say before that he wanted to go back to X.com, which was his idea for an everything Swiss Army knife kind of social media app, which is, when you buy a company like Twitter, it's got good bones, even if the platform itself is full of garbage people. Well, you just get rid of them and you keep the infrastructure, which is what he did, and you turn it into something else, right? So I don't know what he would do with Hasbro. I'm being honest. I have no idea, other than a couple of game IP. I mean, does he want to make toys? I don't know. They don't even want to make toys. So we'll talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, yeah, woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to clownfishminus.com. Help support the reef. We got a couple of signed items left. Lots of other stuff. Thank you very much. Clownfishtv.locals.com also has the podcast content on it. So this is coming from comicbook.com. I think Vinny sent this over this morning. I saw this. I didn't realize people were flipping out. I took it as a joke, but maybe we should walk it back here real quick. For those of you who don't know.
Yeah, let's explain the situation.
Let's explain. So this is the infamous thread here with Grums where he was talking about in the 50th anniversary.
Which we told you the guy had said was coming. We didn't know we actually put it in.
Yeah, Jason Tondro put this in the forward. He basically said that, the game was kind of racisty back in the day, and we know so much better now, and I'll spare you the details. You can go out and find that. But anyway, Musk is like, nobody, and I mean nobody, gets to trash Gary Gygax and the geniuses who created Dungeons and Dragons. What the fuck is wrong with Hasbro and WotC? May they burn in hell. That was the first step. The next step was, how much is it? And he asked how much it was. And now people are flipping.
But if it wasn't them, it was going to be Tencent.
Yeah.
You think Tencent was going to leave a lot of stuff in there?
Yeah. Because Tencent, the only thing they're interested in is probably Magic and D&D. And weirdly, the only reason that Hasbro has D&D is it was accidental. They wanted Wizards of the Coast because of Magic, and at the time they were making the Pokemon cards. They didn't want Dungeons and Dragons. Wizards just happened to acquire Dungeons and Dragons along the way, but they did not want Dungeons and Dragons. It just was kind of a freebie for them. So now they're trying to milk it. But yeah, they said that Musk proposed the idea on social media, and the idea of Musk owning the company that includes Power Rangers, D&D, Transformers, G.I. Joe, and My Little Pony under its umbrella has caused fans to freak out.
No, it's understandably
to freak out. Mm-hmm. Musk previously got people talking after he said his company XAI would be starting an AI game studio to make games great again. How MAGA of him. But this current proposal has had ripple effects through a host of franchises due to how many Hasbro currently owns. Well, Hasbro and Disney are end stage capitalism personified, right? Like Hasbro has purchased pretty much every toy company except Mattel. Every
Yeah.
toy company we had as kids growing up, all these different game companies, toy companies, whatever, along the way,
That's
Hasbro bought them.
okay. 'Cause
That's
it's
okay.
it's not him. Now I want to be clear. I'm not a big Elon Musk fan. Anybody who watches knows that Neon is. So, but I'm not
So I'm fascinated by Elon Musk, and I am
fascinated. That's a word.
thrilled that he bought Twitter and took a wrecking ball to it. I love that because it couldn't have happened to a nicer place, but now they're all just regrouping on Blue Sky. So
He's fascinated, thrilled, and loved by Elon. In love with Elon Musk. Now you know why. One of the reasons I don't like him so much. But anyway, continue.
it's okay. You can share me.
I literally joked. I joked the other day. If I put Elon's face in my underwear, I'm kidding.
Oh my God. You used to put Decepticon logos on.
I drew one on once.
See, I like Transform. Oh my God. Now I see why you're worried, because if he buys Transformers. Oh no.
There's no hope for me anymore.
Yeah, there is. There's
I
always.
can't quit you. Anyways.
Anyway, yeah, so they talked about November 22nd, Musk responded to a tweet from Grums that took issue with the Ford in the making of original D&D. It addressed some of the issues with the first iteration's use of hurtful language, attitudes, and stereotypes. Musk made his opinion of the whole situation clear. Yeah, go to hell, basically. And then on November 27th, D&D project lead and Wizards of the Coast senior designer Jason Tondro was asked about the reaction to his comments. He said, "It never occurred to me I'd rouse the ire of the grognards. It's obvious now that I look back on it, but I don't take those critiques seriously even now.
Well, the problem is they don't take things seriously, and that's a big problem.
I consider those people not worth listening to." So, yeah, the people that basically supported, it's just like Star Wars, just like all these other franchises, these legacy franchises, all these people that supported the product all these years.
Who don't like their changes now.
Don't like the changes now. You're just going to throw them away.
Yeah, I don't take you seriously. I don't listen to you. I don't care what you say. And I'm like, that's okay. Then that's why you're going to start losing money.
In response to another tweet from Ian Miles Chong about Tondro's quote, Musk responded by writing, "How much is Hasbro?" As you might imagine, that caused quite a stir on social media, with Antonia Paz A sharing a burning eyes gif with the caption, "I just hallucinated what Elon Musk-backed Power Rangers would look like." This person said the horrifying realization that if he does this, Elon will own Transformers and Power Rangers. Well, they're not going to have any more trans and Transformers, I guess. That's a horrifying reality I don't want to live in.
Oh my God. They're toys and cartoons. Two, I don't think he's serious.
Power Rangers is done. Power Rangers is done.
I know.
Right? So Hasbro, let me tell you what happened with Power Rangers. Hasbro bought Power Rangers from Saban, and then they cut ties with Super Sentai. And look, I like Power Rangers for what it is. It was my introduction to Super Sentai, but Super Sentai is vastly superior, right, to Power Rangers in pretty much every way, right? And then when they decided to go out on their own and do it without the footage from Japan, it looked like dog shit. And then the toys didn't sell well, so now they're just outsourcing all the Power Rangers toys to Playmates. So yeah, Hasbro's done fantastic. They've done a wonderful job with this.
Yeah, but you're expecting them to know that. They're not. They're just mad because they're hearing Elon Musk Hasbro, not understanding that a lot of the toys aren't even being done by Hasbro anymore. They own the IP, but they're outsourcing to other people that are making the toys for them.
Oh God!
But if you watch our channel, you already would know this.
Yeah, we've been covering all this. So I think that what's so fascinating about this is the kind of the nexus of so many of the things that we talk about on this channel, just all kind of congealing into one place, like the gray goo of pop culture. And it's like, okay, so we've been watching the Elon Musk Twitter situation. We've been watching the situation with Hasbro destroying all their franchises. We've been watching the situation with Wizards of the Coast and Dungeons and Dragons. That's all kind of blurring into one thing. But I want to be clear. I don't think he's serious. He might be serious, but I think he's just throwing that out just to get rise out of people now. Like, hey, I might buy it. Shut up or I might buy it. Elon, stop buying and ruining everything challenge.
Basically,
this is the worst news ever.
Stop ruining what I like. Yeah.
Yep.
Stop changing it so it's not what about me.
If Elon ruins D&D, I'm actually going to lose my mind. D&D has been ruined for decades. There are many more. And while Musk purchasing Hasbro could be just something to stir the pot, you never know.
I honestly think it's just stirring the pot.
I think in this case it is. But the thing is that it actually caused Hasbro stock to surge.
That's funny.
Because Hasbro doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, before the buyer was likely going to be Tencent, which again, a lot of the changes they've made to D&D and Wizards of the Coast lately, and Magic the Gathering lately, I think that they would walk back.
Yes.
If it was because, considering where they were 10 cents based, I think they would walk a lot of that back. You would, and either way, it's not going to be what you've dictated. And the thing is, at the end of the day, never mind. The books are already out there. If you already have the books, you can make your character any way you want to. No one was ever telling you couldn't. You know what I mean? The only people telling other people they can't do something in D&D is the gatekeeping people that are there now.
Yeah, I think. Well, that's just it. I think, honestly, what Hasbro is going to do, I mean, regardless of whether or not Musk buys it, and I don't know if he's going to, but I think what will happen is Hasbro will just become a rights holder company that produces mostly digital content. If people want physical copies of tabletop games or toys or any of that, they're just going to outsource all of it. Mm-hmm. I think before it's all said and done, Hasbro is going to be like Disney, and they're not going to make their own merch. They're just going to license it out to everybody, and other people can make it for them. And then they get a cut, and they don't have to deal with the headache. If you make a whole bunch of Power Rangers figures that don't sell, they go to Ollie's. It's not my problem, is it? You made too many of them. You got the license from us, but it doesn't affect me one way or the other. We still get our license fee. So that's what I think they're going to do. And I think eventually D&D, I think they'll outsource it to another tabletop publisher, because they want to make it a shitty mobile app. That's what they're concerned about. And then if you want a tabletop version of it, okay, fine. We'll just let Paizo have the license or something. They do Pathfinder, and let them have the license, and they can make D&D branded books, right? Just like other people make D&D purses and D&D shoes and D&D this and D&D. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're probably going to do. And that might actually be the smarter way to do it, because when you outsource to other companies like that, it seems like they care more about the product and the IP than Hasbro does.
It does seem like that. They're nicer made, and they seem like they put a lot more thought and effort into it.
So I'm just saying. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.